Hello and welcome back to another episode of Tiger Eye. We've got a great episode in store for you this week. This is Ms. Shull's last year before retirement, so we're learning more about her and her time at Ford before it comes to an end this year. Anthony is learning more about Fred T. Ford's new Minecraft club. Lastly, this week, Julia is taking a trip to downtown Newton. But now it's time to take a deeper look into our retiring teacher, Ms. Shull. She has been in the Fred T. Ford community 53 years, having her kids and grandkids alike walk Ford's halls. Ms. Shull's connection to our high school is strong, teaching here for 27 years.
Growing up, when I was in school here, my mom was the mom that everybody came to when they needed something.
She's just like a really nice person. She cares a lot about her students.
She's a leader in the EC department, leader in the school. She's taken a big role first in the school with the PTO. She does a great job with the Danner Tiger Proud, Climate Committee, BOT. She's got some big shoes to fill.
My mom has never met a stranger, I don't think. She is the person that instantly makes a friend wherever she goes.
I find Shull as a person a very kind and sweet person.
When asked about Ms. Shull's presence here at Ford, many share a common theme to their answer.
Oh, Ms. Shull, she's like the grandma or mom of the EC department. We kind of go to her with questions, and she kind of leads us, keeps our head on straight some days.
She's always energetic. We always call her Mama Shull. So she's like a mom to not only kids, but also some teachers and staff members here.
She's part of their lives, and she always says, come to Mama Shull. So everybody comes to her and when they ask her for things too.
Really try to understand your struggles with math and try and teach you all.
And yeah, so any type of issue I had, she would help me out with it.
Many say that what sets Ms. Shull apart from everyone else is the extra mile of generosity that connects her to Ford's community.
She always wants to be there for you, you know, like she cares about you more than like out of school, like situations, like she wants to know like if you're doing well, you know, she always wants people to come to school all happy and like energetic. She don't like no one seeing down, like she knows when someone's bummed out or like sad, and she just likes cheering people up.
Her best quality is just being open-minded to everything. She's got the sweetest soul, and like I said, she's very helpful, willing to help in any situation for anybody.
She loves to help students learn math.
Ms. Shull, you can tell she's passionate about what she does, and she cares for each one of her students, and she wants to see each one of them be successful not only in the classroom but also in life.
I used to tell her, I don't really love math. Well, that ain't the thing. You come to me to love math.
It makes my day better, actually, seeing her once in a while during the day.
Thanks, Ms. Shull. I hope you live forward with fond memories and make even more in retirement. We will miss you. It's sad to know Ms. Shull won't be here next year, but looking on the bright side of things happening at Ford, a new club has been formed, and Anthony is telling us all about it.
If you've taken a gander at the halls as you've walked down to your next class, you may have realized that Fred T. Ford has its own survival multiplayer server. It is entirely student-led and operated, and these students have come together to create their own community within Fred T. Ford.
I think we just wanted a bigger sense of community for the school, and I feel like a lot of the kids in the different grades really have bonded through Minecraft since it's a game that's been throughout all our generations, you know.
For students to interact with each other and meet new people.
Well, mostly because I was bored. I didn't have much to do over the weekend, and I decided that since I learned about Ford having a new Minecraft server I saw on the poster, I decided to join.
For some people, the reason why they love this server so much is simply because of the community that it builds around the liberty of creating.
Probably how much liberty there is to do. You can do pretty much anything you want on there, build whatever you want with no limitations, as long as you have the stuff to do it.
I favorite part is watching people build and play the actual game, because it brings a smile to my face seeing people build.
I'd like to say the sense of community and all the buildings we've done, and they all look really nice together, and I just really like to see the school getting along with each other.
Whether working on projects big or small, they are always working towards helping each other grow or helping newcomers get their footing.
Personally, I run the big farm on the server, Minnows Farm, which is typically used as just a little get-together for new users on the server where they can hide their stuff until they can get themselves a base.
Well, right now I'm working on a big project I was kind of hired to work on, where we're building a recreation of the Chernobyl reactor from Ukraine.
And as the community grows with more and more people, the opportunity to meet new friends or even reconnect with old ones that you might not have talked with for a while grows right along with it.
A lot of people in there are pretty friendly and tend to get along with each other. Of course, we do have the school's rules of no swearing and be nice to each other, but other than that, I think it's a pretty good way to make new friends and talk to old ones.
Definitely. Not sure about me and old ones, because that kind of depends if they're going to be on there, but definitely meeting new friends. I've already met some on there too, and it's been fun.
As the server grows, so must its capacity grow along with it. And so the student-led operators of the Fred T. Ford Minecraft server are thinking about expanding beyond.
But if we get more player numbers, yeah, that's definitely a goal of ours, is to extend out to different schools and maybe have like a cross-school monitored thing.
Thank you so much to all of the student operators and all of the people who have worked so hard to make this server a great one. Now, back to you, Heather.
Thanks, Anthony. It's great to learn about new things going on in Ford's community. Taking a trip to downtown Newton, Julia is finding out more about theirs. Julia?
We've taken a look at downtown Hickory to see all that it has to offer, but Ford sits at a very fortunate crossroads to be close to so many downtowns. Downtown Newton is just 15 minutes away from Ford. There have been plans to revitalize the downtown, with 2 phases of that plan already complete. Eddie Hoff, the owner of H&W Drug, a staple of downtown Newton established in 1914, over 100 years ago, is ready for the change.
I think it's a wonderful idea, and we're getting ready to start the next phase after Old Soldier Reunion.
Downtown Newton was established in 1855, standing through the Civil War and into the 21st century, and it still has a historic small-town feel. Nicole Joy speaks on why Raised by the South chose Newton as their home.
When people think of small town, I think Newton is that. Like, that's what I picture. It's just, it gives you the small town vibe. You can see the same people every week, you know, when you come to work, or it's the same people when you go to the bakery or wherever. So I think that's it. I think small towns are coming back, and I think people like that sense of community.
One business that stood the test of time is H&W Drug. With multiple owners to keep the place open, most can remember it being there their entire lives.
My father worked for Mr. Clapp, starting off in life, and they eventually died out, and he bought them out, and then he left in '63. And I took over in '64. We've raised probably a fourth of the people that still lives in the city of Newton.
With plenty of small businesses on the square, one business saw the opportunity to expand their market during the pandemic. Jennifer Sampson explains.
It was originally a decision we made around the pandemic. We needed a bigger space for our customers to shop because our other shop was very tiny. So we needed a space to spread out a bit. However, it's always been in my dream to be in a downtown, and in Newton specifically.
Within these 6 blocks is a thriving area of business, including restaurants like B52's and the Hen and Egg, bakeries, salons like Volume Salon and boutiques, including an upcoming business, Emporium 23, which should be open in about 2 weeks, and the Catawba County Museum of History, which houses a British redcoat from the Revolutionary War.
To keep up with the times, and people like to shop and walk around town all the time, and they just feel safe here.
That same atmosphere of downtown Newton spills into the shops themselves.
To offer a place of, when people come in, that they have a sense of peace and just a place where you can find something for anybody. So quality, things that are beautiful, and things that are useful.
For anyone looking to check out the shops, there will be a Foothills Folk Arts Festival on May 13th from 10 to 4.
The weekends are always a little bit busier. I feel like people are always a little more out and about, especially when there's festivals or something going on in downtown. There's always a good amount of people out.
The festival should have food trucks and live performances throughout the day. Back to you, Heather.
Guard Tryouts for Band will be on May 8th through 11th in the band room after school from 3 to 5 with no experience needed. And now we give it to Reinhardt to tell you a little bit more about these tryouts.
Color Guard auditions coming up for the fall season. The Color Guard performs with the marching band. They do dance routines and they spin flags and rifles and other equipment. There's no experience needed for tryouts, and the tryouts are going to be May 8th through 11th at 3 to 5:30. And you know, the biggest point is we want people to come and just try out and have a good time. We're going to have free donuts for anybody that shows up on the first day. Bring your friends, even if your friends might not be interested in doing the commitment piece. Bring your friends just so that they can have something to do after school on those days. Our Color Guard and our Winter Guard have a really long history, almost 30 years of competing and performing and winning awards. We perform at football games and competitions in the fall season. And we have a Winter Guard that performs and competes in a winter season from January through March as well. The Guard also can go on our extra band trips. We just did one to New York City this past March, and we're going to be going to Orlando in a couple of years, and then we'll go back to New York City in 2027. And it's a movement-based class during the school day, so it kind of breaks up those math and science and English and social studies types classes. It's a really fun and engaging elective. You get to join a part of our band family. Everybody in the band is really close and is supportive of each other, and you've got somebody looking out for you. And we're willing to work with athletics and cheer and stuff like that. If anybody already does that kind of thing, there's a ton of activities that people can participate in at the same time if we're able to work with schedules and things like that. There's a lot of schools that have members in the band and members in the Guard that are also involved with sports as well. So come on out May 8th through 11th, 3 o'clock to 5:30, and we'll see you there.
Well, that's all for this week, and we'll see you the next.